Hello, thank you for clicking on this video, and thank you for watching. Eugenia Cooney has officially, I would say, had it with Jaclyn Glenn. Um, as you know, if you've been caught up in the situation 2 years ago, Jaclyn Glenn set up an intervention to try to get Eugenia Cooney help, and Eugenia was I'm not really gonna go through the whole thing. It's a whole saga, but long story short, Eugenia was then entered into a rehab facility, and I think she returned about 6 months, 7 months later, which would it of 2019. This was 2 years ago. So since then, as Eugenia started to, I want to say, monetize and capitalize off of her recovery. But around last year, towards like maybe, I don't know exactly because I had actually kind of stopped watching her for a moment, but I started watching her recently again. But I want to say towards the middle of the year, my timeline can be messed up. Eugenia started to lose weight again. I'm not going to say relapse because in order for you to relapse, you would have had to recovered, and I don't think that Eugenia recovered, to be honest with you, because recovery, it's nothing that happens within a year, because literally after she came out of the facility, it didn't take a year later for her to start losing weight again. It took what, months? So I don't even think Eugenia recovered. But maybe she did. Definition wise, people would say relapse, but I really don't think she did. And at least she herself, she knows she didn't recover, and I believe she knows that she wasn't genuinely trying to recover. I think she believes that she was just trying to get people off her back. That's what I think. But I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not in her mind. I could be wrong. But after that whole thing with Shane and all the, her trying to be showing another side of her, she ended up going back to her BS, which is the same old types of videos she's been doing for all these years. And I don't think her content is BS. I think it's cute, to be honest, her cosplays, but I think her denial and the deflection is BS. So let me say that. I think her content's cute. If she were healthier, many people wouldn't have a problem with it. It's just that she's not healthy, and she continues to flaunt this in. I don't flaunt it. There we go. I don't want to say flaunt in people's face, because to be honest, you don't have to watch like she always says, but it's hard not to watch. And I personally I don't get triggered by her, but there are people that do. But I had to make this video because I recently seen her recent Twitch live stream, a clip of it off of the Love Eugenia Cooney channel, in which she massively shaded Jaclyn Glenn, and she even admitted herself that she was being shady. So if you haven't seen it, go watch. The channel is called Love Eugenia Cooney, and the most recent videos has clips of her commenting on Jaclyn Glenn, because in Jaclyn Glenn's recent video, she basically she basically mentioned the petition that has almost 35,000 signatures at this moment. I think it was 32,000 plus when I checked just now. Now it might be more, and if you're watching this video at a later date, I don't know. But it's a petition to get her off Twitch and YouTube and other platforms. And it's not the first petition of its kind. It's just the most recent one, or at least the one that's making waves right now. So Jaclyn Glenn has, encouraged people to sign it, even linked it in the description of the video, and she feels like this is one way to get Eugenia help, because she feels as if people aren't seeing her videos, and Eugenia will wake up and realize that she has to go to rehab, or someone, maybe her mom, I don't know, but she feels like this is a way to help her, since Eugenia is not listening to people telling her in her comments and everything that she should get help. Eugenia decides to shade her by saying that well, Jaclyn, if you feel like I should be age restricted, then what about your videos in which you are promoting Adam and Eve's adult products, or in which you were drinking? So Eugenia got shady with it and just completely, like, this is the first, it's not the first time, because there's been clips of her resurfacing where she's been shady, but this is the first time in a while I've seen her being shady. And I say this because I feel like for her initial personality, if you watch ever since her first video, she's always been kind of witty, and she's always trying to be kind of sarcastic and be humorous. That was her initial types of commentary and comedy and content that she would post initially. Like, for example, with the twerking video, we know she was being sarcastic and being humorous in that. We know she knows that she wasn't really doing anything in terms of twerking. We know. At least I can tell. But after some years, I think she tried to create this like good girl persona, or this type of naive, young, dense girl, which is kind of weird because it was like when you first came out, you acted more mature than you were now, but now you're 26 years of age. But when you first came out, you were like 18, 19 years of age. So I don't know. That guess that's her rebranding persona. I don't know. Maybe she feels like it would get her more views and feels like it made her more likable. But whatever it is, a lot of people are irritated by it. I personally don't care, but I think it's kind of annoying because it's like, cut the S, Eugenia. You know, it's a crack of S, because we know that you're 26, going to be 27. We know that you're aware of what's going on, but you want to continue to play ditzy and dense, which doesn't help your case, because people know that you are aware of what's going on. You're just choosing to ignore it. So, I don't understand why Eugenia pretends that people aren't aware of her jig, you know? But back to Jaclyn Glenn. So, Eugenia has honestly just came for her. I guess Eugenia is fed up of Jaclyn Glenn. She feels like Jaclyn Glenn was never a real friend. She feels like it was just fake. And she feels like, lady, I haven't even known you for that long. How could you honestly, think that you know about my life? Eugenia has described the 5150 as a miserable experience. She said being in the psych ward was, a very scary time for her, which I can only imagine. And I think she holds resentment against Jaclyn Glenn for what Jaclyn did, which many would say it's Jaclyn didn't do anything wrong, but Eugenia does. But she holds resentment towards her. But I think for so long she was trying to play it down like, oh, I don't wish her any bad, and and I'm sorry you feel this way anytime people would ask her anything. So, but with the whole petition, like, now this is not just Jaclyn talking about it, but Jaclyn even mentioning this position, because Jaclyn has a huge platform. Eugenia sees it as coming for her bag, gunning for her, because this is one of the things Eugenia loves. This is her livelihood. Do I think she needs the money? I don't know. I don't know her financial position, but I think she loves the fame. She obviously loves what she does. The internet is her oyster, her playground. There we go. The internet's her playground. This is what she loves. So, and she loves people talking about her. So if now someone's trying to come for her and come for her livelihood and the thing that she loves the most, yeah, it makes sense as to why she would react this way. But Eugenia, being passive aggressive and making shady comments to Jaclyn isn't going to help your situation. Why can't you admit that you already admitted that you have a problem, but why can't you rectify the situation? Instead of trying to play the victim. Eugenia is a victim. She's a victim to this illness. She's a victim to I guess her lack of self-awareness, or which I think she's self-aware, but she's just plain dumb. She's a victim to her own issues. Let me just say, and to sum it up. But you're not a victim to people trying to get you help. I do think that there are people who go overboard with the bullying, and I do see a lot of the comments, and sometimes I really feel bad for her. Like, I'm in her Twitch stream sometimes, but I don't really comment. You'll never know who I am anyway, but it's neither here nor there. I'm not a follower. I just watch occasionally. Because I like her content. I like hearing her talk about certain things. She can be funny. Seeing her play the Genshin Impact, it was interesting. But like I said, I'm not personally triggered, so I can watch her without feeling, triggered to do anything. But not everybody can, which I completely understand. Their experiences are valid. But it's like, Eugenia, watching you deteriorate, regardless of how I feel or anyone feels, anyone with any type of humanity, like, really starts to feel some type of way. Like, it makes you think, like sometimes I go on her Instagram and I look at her pictures and I'm like, oh no, baby, what is you doing? I don't feel that heart-tugging emotion that other people feel, but I do feel concern. And for many years, I would check on her because I discovered Eugenia years and years ago. But I would always check on her to see how she's doing. Everyone in the comment section says that. I'm one of those people that would check on her to see how she's doing. And I would see her lose more and more weight. And the Kyrie video, I actually watched the Kyrie video. But, that was the one from 2 years ago when she was at her peak in terms of her weight loss. It was very disturbing. And I was glad she got help. But clearly, she came back out and she's not following up with the help. At least not what we can see. I just think that, Eugenia, you're coming for Jaclyn Glenn, but at the end of the day, Jaclyn Glenn's only one person. And she is trying her best to let people know how they can help you. She's not trying to contact you or anything. She's not doing anything. She is just talking about you as whatever as she can do on her platform to try to get people who are concerned about you answers. Because if you know that she was the only one close to you that really showed any type of care, at least publicly. I don't know anything about privately. We're not in her private life, but publicly. Whereas some of the other people you're around, they haven't really said anything, including your own mother who's around you. She doesn't have I don't know what's going on in the household, so I can't say, but it doesn't seem like she's concerned. She's in the videos with you laughing, everything. Like, even the time when she made the meatballs with you video with you, I know if my mom was cooking with me, she would at least say, okay, try some, of the meatballs. She didn't even offer you any for you to try. I guess she's complacent with the situation. But Eugenia, you got to stop coming for Jaclyn. Coming for Jaclyn ain't gonna help you. Okay? Being shady towards her isn't gonna fix your problem. You have to fix your own problem. If you really want to shut Jaclyn Glenn up, get help. Show her, listen, Jaclyn, I don't like what you did, but I'm going to get help my way. And she can't say nothing anymore. At least not anything that anyone's going to pay attention to if you get help, because what else could she say? So you talking about Jaclyn and her sponsorships and the things she's doing ain't going to get people off your behind. Okay? You need to get your own self together before you talk about Jaclyn Glenn or anyone else, Eugenia. Eugenia, you're a beautiful girl. I think you look amazing with your outfits on. Some of the outfits are cute, but you don't look amazing because in terms of your physical health and your body frame. But makeup is beautiful. Clothes, some of the clothes are pretty. I'm not going to tell. And you're a natural girl, naturally pretty, but you don't look healthy, and you need to get help. And you need to stop deflecting and trying to blame everybody when it's your own fault. Eugenia, have a good day, guys. Thank you.